Hey Gear Garage, welcome back. It's been a long spring and you guys are probably sick of hearing my English accent right now, so this is going to be the last video I do for Gear Garage and Zach and the team for a while. I've been here roughly 2 months, and in the time that I've been over here in the States, I've done multiple courses for commercial raft guides through the IRF. I've done some rescue classes for professional raft guides. I've done a lot of classes for private boaters, and if you did one of our courses, thank you for joining us. I would hate to think about the amount of times that I saw a throw bag being used. And I've gone away and I've processed some thoughts, and this is my departing gift from the spring. I just want to talk about throw bags for a few minutes. I want to look at the throw bag design when you buy a throw bag. I want to look at how you position yourself when you're throwing a throw bag. And as a friend of mine says, I'm going to give you some of my top tips. So the first thing is the design of throw bags. You get a lot of people that will design and make their own throw bag, and it's not one of the big brands, and a lot of guides like to use it. The throw bag looks good, but the actual designs are different. And what I've got here is a selection of throw bags, and not all throw bags are the same. And this is coming down to how we use and how we throw a throw bag. What I've got here is I've got 2 throw bags that I would say are modern day throw bags. And what do I mean by that? They're highly efficient, they're aerodynamic, they can be thrown. But what they've got is they've got a lot of this extra material on the neck or the throat here, which allows you to get a good grip on the bag. From everything I've seen this spring, a lot of the failed throws come from how we grip and how we hold our throw bag, which I'm going to come on and talk about now. And then I've just got another selection of throw bags here. So what I want to do is I want to talk about these throw bags and different ways you can think about how you set up for a throw. Generally, I know just by watching the person pick the bag up and throw, I know if it's going to be a good throw or not. So I'm just going to slowly walk through that now. So with these modern style of bags here, something I see is you want to get a good grip on the bag. Now, it doesn't matter which technique you use, as long as you create muscle memory within your throw and you know how your bag works. So I like these wide opening bags, just like so. And the reason I like this is I can get a good grip on the bag, whether I'm going to deliver an underarm throw or an overarm throw. Now, I know that a lot of people like to use the American football throw. No problem with that whatsoever. If you do have one of these modern style of throw bags, something you might want to try is getting a hold of it like so. Okay? Sometimes you see people holding bags and throwing like this. I instinctively know that if I see this, the throw bag's going to go up in the air and it's going to miss the swimmer. So by getting a good grip, I can either deploy an underarm throw or I can go for an overarm throw. This brings me on to my next thing, is the stance. How do you stand when you deploy a throw bag? Something I see is a lot of people standing square on to the river like so, and then when they throw the bag, because the way their body's pointing, they'll throw and the bag will end up going upstream of the swimmer. What I recommend you do is when you throw, point your toes. So I'm going to stand side on, point your toes at the swimmer, get your throws, and if you're going to throw underarm or if you're going to throw overarm, you point this hand at the swimmer. So I have my toes, my hand pointing at the swimmer. I instinctively throw overarm like so. I'm going to get to here. When everything lines up, that's going to be when I release the bag, and I simply swap in this position here. Also is when you release and what your body looks like at the end of the throw. So I'm going to make a throw now, and what you need to do is look at the finishing position of my body. And what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to have my throwing hand touching the toes of my opposite foot. Just like so. So to summarize it, when you're looking at purchasing a throw bag, have a play around with it. See which throw bag gives you a good grip. You can't get a good grip on some of the bags that don't have the throat, so therefore by not having a good grip and not finding a way to hold the bag, you're automatically going to defeat your objective of having an efficient throw. So that's everything from me. Thank you for having me here during the spring, and have a safe summer on the water. Thank you.